Sorting and filtering is another feature that you can ensure there will be some test questions on. These two features are at the core of Microsoft Excel. You'll need to understand them thoroughly. They should be pretty straightforward. It's something that we use in each of the programs. Sorting, for instance, is right on our Home tab. I'll go over to the editing portion of the ribbon and you'll notice Sort and Filter. When I go to Sort and Filter, I can quickly choose whether I'd like to sort A to Z or Z to A. Of course, whichever column that I'm on is the column that I will actually be sorting on. Be careful that when you are sorting, you do not select just one column. Should you do this, when you go to sort, you will notice that you'll immediately get a warning. It'll want to know if you want to expand the selection or if you really just want to sort that individual column. Now please keep in mind that when you do, you will not have anything to do with the remaining columns. As a general rule, you will always want to expand the selection. When working with your sorting and filtering, also keep in mind that you can easily hide sorted items by using the filter portion of the feature. For instance, this time I'll go to Sort and Filter and I'll turn on the filter itself. I am once again going to sort for owner. However, when I use the filter and go to the pull down at the top of the column, and I choose to deselect all the items, going to just the owner itself, and say OK, I have sorted by owner, but all of the other information on the screen has disappeared. Potential test questions. How do I know that a filter is turned on and that I'm actually looking at only a segment of the data? There are two potential answers. Number one, left-hand side of the screen, you will notice that the ID number of the cell has turned blue. Second, notice on the column heading that we now have a filter button rather than the pull down. This signifies that we have the items actually filtered. So what would be a good reason to filter? Well, it does indeed replace the sort, but I can also use some formatting now. I'm going to choose each of the owners by selecting them, go up to my font button, and simply choose another font color. In this case, I'm just going to go ahead and put a brownish tone on it. I will now return to the filter button and go back to select all and say OK. When I do, notice that the items that I had highlighted when they were filtered remain that way when I go back to all the data. If I choose to filter again, this time going into Title, deselecting, and perhaps selecting Sales Agent and saying OK, I can again go ahead and choose a separate font. Once again, go back to all of the data, and when I do, you will notice that I have two different colors in my filtered order. This is a great advantage for the filter. It allows us to sort our data, color code the data, or hide all the data except what we are looking for. Because these are key components of Microsoft Excel, do expect a question to appear on the examination.